And we'll get you the starting lineups. It's all next right here on 97.9 The River.
Walk going on.
He is,
you know,
right.
there's one name you can trust to do quality work on your vehicle. Keaton's. Keaton's Collision Center has been doing exceptional auto body work.
For tonight, for Riverside, number 3, Jake Walker. Number 6, Braylon Hill. Number 14, Adam Wilkinson. And number 75, Elijah Williams. For the Knights, number 4, Mason Moran. Number 22, Jackson Petty. Number 23, Chandler Smith. And number 52, Carson Adams.
Bush used to eat breakfast somewhere else, but then he tried Wendy's breakfast.
What's Wendy's? Are those fresh eggs for me?
He's become a really big fan of Wendy's breakfast.
It's always bacon season over here. Tyler, please sign this for me. You the man, Tyler? Keep killing those breakfast sandwiches. I appreciate you.
I will. Don't sell that online.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Select breakfast croissants, now $1.99.
Are you nervous? I trust Huntington Federal. I believe in them, and I think they believe in us.
There it is. Hey, David.
Well, are you both together?
We're sitting here in front of our new dream home.
Well, I think we just made your dreams come true. Hello? Hello? Is anyone there? Hello?
Huntington Federal, making dreams come true.
Looking for fair prices, professional service, and the most customer-friendly shop in the tri-state? Then Freedom Gun & Pawn in Lavalette is your kind of place. Freedom Gun & Pawn has the best selection of new, pre-owned, and vintage firearms, plus a large stock of ammo and accessories. Freedom Gun & Pawn is everything you want in a gun and pawn shop. Freedom Gun & Pawn, proud to support our local high schools and communities. Across from Food Fair in Lavalette, online at freedomgunandpawn.com.
Jillian, I go here to Cabell, Midland. I've been twirling kind of forever since I was like 5. This summer I went to some baton camps, toured a lot of colleges, architecture program at the University of Cincinnati. I'm the featured twirler for the marching knights, so we work all the time. We're here 4 weeks in the summer, 8 to 5, so it's a lot of hard work, but it's really worth it whenever you get to perform.
Last year, impaired drivers were the cause of 32% of all fatal crashes in West Virginia. On average, there are 9,000 drivers arrested each year for driving under the influence of alcohol and other drugs. Law enforcement wants to ensure drivers are making the right decision before they get behind the wheel. So if you have a friend or loved one that is too impaired to drive, take their keys, call a cab, or find them a safe ride home. In West Virginia and surrounding states, officers want to remind you to drive sober or get pulled over.
Coach Salmons and the Cabell Midland football team would like to thank all of their sponsors for their generous donations this season. If you'd like to support the Knights, please email for more information. Cabell Midland football, always earned, never given.
Let's go places. The all-new Thornhill Toyota on the Thornhill Motor Mile. Your total automotive experience.
Devin Taylor goes back deep for the Knights. They won the toss. They elect to receive. Also back there, Chandler Smith. And also back deep for the Knights. As well, they stand back about their own, between the 25 and 15 yard line. They get ready to kick things off
for the Riverside Warriors in their white uniforms, purple helmets, purple numerals. It will be Jacob Alderson set to kick it off. He left for the 40-yard line. Here's the approach. Kick end over end will be fielded over the far side there by Teddy Taylor. Taylor brings it back towards the near side, has a lead block, turns up field across the 30. They back up and drop down to get to the 34-yard line. They want to stop with Bryce Green for the Warriors. For Cabell Midland,
Taylor.
great offensive last week, good performance.
35-yard line.
Roberts at the center. Justice Hutchinson and Logan Fisher.
Ethan
And Sean Rouse will be out there, junior. The junior right tackle will be out there as well. Also, the tight ends, we'll see Michael Lunsford out there. Alex Smith will be one of the split ends. Fullbacks will be Fetty. And matter of fact, we're going to pass the football. Wide open. Here goes Ryan Wolf. Has a receiver. He'll make the grab. It's Alex Smith. Grabs it to the 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Into the end zone. Touchdown. Cabell Midland. Kind of caught him off guard. How about that? They thought they were going to run the ball wide open on the near side for the touchdown.
65-yard pass to Alex Smith. And you want to talk about a guy who had no one around him, like you said. They caught him at the wheel. What a beautiful play and a beautiful pass made in there perfectly by Ryan Wolf to Alex Smith. 65 yards, just about 17 seconds into the game.
Olivia Charles will kick the football. She'll tee it up. Extra point kick is up, and it is good. 11:43 left to play in the first quarter. Cabell Midland 7, Riverside now 60-second timeout right here on 97-9. Well, you're not covered.
And he wasn't.
Nope.
No one.
Injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Each of us carries an anchor. It can hold us back. But when we toss it forward into the future, something amazing happens. Our unique dreams built off hard work take shape. At Mount West, struggle does not mean defeat, and tough times will not divide us. So what are you waiting for? Enroll today. Go far, close to home. Mount West Community and Technical College.
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sport.
35-yard line by the Warriors, brings up across the 30. We stood up right about the 33-yard line on the return back. Kickoff duties last time for the Warriors. So now Riverside will go first and 10.
Zach Rainey on the host tonight on the stop.
With purple helmets and silver logos.
Warriors take over first and 10 on the 34-yard line.
Field and quick way to get things started, Chris.
About a 7-yard return. Zach Rainey makes the tackle for the Knights, and it'll be first and 10 from their own 34-yard line. The Warriors have that Washington Huskies.
Yeah, I got that, and they're going out of the pistol here. Handoff coming towards the near side. The ball carries Braxton Jones. He turns upfield, gets across the 35, and wrapped up and brought down at about the 39-yard line. Coming up on the stop, it was Mason Moran for the Knights. 5-yard pickup, and second down and 5, and 11:20 left to play in the opening quarter.
Those guys last week that we talked about quite a bit. Matter of fact, he had a 63-yard touchdown for himself. 35 yards.
Yeah.
Great game.
Pistol formation once again. The quarterback is Jake Walker, the junior. Takes the snap, takes the handoff, runs the option to the right, keeps it himself, turns upfield, gets across the 40. He'll be wrapped up and brought down as he gets to the left 43-yard line.
Jake Walker on the quarterback keeper.
They're going to give him forward.
Down by number 2, Will Hass.
So first and 10 now for Riverside.
First down for the Warriors.
He does move the sticks for the Riverside Warriors.
First and 10 for Riverside. Kickoff temperature at 78 degrees to start things off. down from there. Good crowd in attendance on the near sideline. Pistol formation, ball near hash mark. Here's a snap by Walker. Handoff left side. Once again, the ball carrier is Braxton Jones. He sidesteps to his right. Gets across the 45-yard line and wrapped up and brought down there by the Knights. And in there on the stop for Cabell Midland coming up, it was Carson Adams in on the stop coming in from his defensive end position on the right side.
Logan Fisher also on the assist there. Short gain will make it 2nd and 9 from the 45-yard line.
And if you're Riverside, you want to just kind of keep your drive going and keep that Midland offense off the field. All right, they're going to send 3 wideouts to the left, the far side of the field. Out of the pistol once again. Walker takes a snap, handoff right up the middle. Ball carrier works his way up across, and he'll be wrapped up and brought down across the 45 once again. The ball carrier this time is Jacob Alderson on the carry. He may have gotten about a yard, and that's about it. Brings up 3rd down and a long 8.
Yeah, Justice Hutchison did a nice job staying with him and covering him up pretty quickly. And like you said, about a yard gain, but this Midland defense is so relentless and did such a great job against Spring Valley last week. They, a lot of people talking, not team-wise, of course. You talk about looking past a team. Riverside's been discounted a lot this week. And like you said, Riverside just wants to come out here and prove a little bit for themselves this evening, and they need to keep this drive going.
Wide outside the way out of the pistol formation once again. Walker with a long snap count. Takes a snap, handoff to the second man through up the middle this time. I believe that's Adam Wilkinson on the ball carry for the Riverside Warriors. Check that. It was actually the ball carrier this time. It was Dalton DeVault, the junior.
Chandler Schmidt on the tackle for the Knights. He busted through there in a hurry, and it's going to bring up a long 4th down. And Schmidt is going to back up into deep territory to receive the punt.
Let's see what happens here. And the pressure's on. They get rid of the football, and it's going to take a bounce. The referee thought about the flag that time, and it didn't happen. And it was touched down there by the Warriors, and a lot of contact. And I believe the
kicker got popped.
Yeah, he did.
For sure. And he actually came away, threw his helmet towards the sideline, and he's holding it. He's holding his midsection, but he absolutely got clobbered as the special teams was able to get to him pretty quickly. And somebody actually got a hand on that ball as well.
And I think that's what saved them from getting the penalty, was getting that tip on there. Yep. But that was also the quarterback, Jake Walker, who went off on the far side. Like you said, looked like he had the wind knocked out of him pretty good. All right, here we go. Up underneath center this time, Ryan Wolf for the Knights. Leads them offensively. Single set back is Fetty. Wolf will step back, gets the play call from Coach Luke Sammons. Play clock down to 8. Starting this drive at the 37-yard line. Wolf looking to pass the football. Steps up, fires back over to the right, has the big tight end, makes the grab at the 40, 35 to the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, and he's wrapped up and brought down all the way. Michael Lunsford brought down all the way at the 5-yard line.
Adam Wilkinson absolutely saved that touchdown for the Riverside Warriors, but Michael Lunsford almost shucked him off and went on in for the score, but that's going to put him down at the 5-yard line. What a great pitch and catch again. It sets up Midland for 1st and goal at the 6.
57
yards.
Yeah,
7 yards.
Yeah. For the big tight end. So 2 plays for the Knights, and they haven't been running plays yet.
No, isn't that funny? We talked about their ground game so much last week.
All right. They're going to go out of the I formation this time. A little offset I. Lunsford lined up in the backfield as the fullback. Wolf up underneath center. Hands off Fetty. Right side works behind that big block from Lunsford. Powers his legs down. Continues to power his way down. Touchdown, Cabell Midland.
Yep.
That second effort that time by Jackson Fetty on that right side gets into the end zone. And the Knights are on top 13-0.
You know, we talked about Jackson Fetty in that first half last week, and he had 81 yards at the break. But he got those 81 yards really quietly. If you remember, it was 3 yards here, 4 yards there, 5 yards here. But then in the second half, they were able to just wear that Spring Valley defense down, and Jackson Fetty went for about 170 yards last week.
Look at Charles on to attempt the extra point. Jackson Fetty, who just scored, he'll be the holder. Jared Nethercutt will be the long snapper. Good snap, good hold, the kick is up, and it is good. Perfect. 7:52 left to play. In this first half, or first quarter, it's Cabell Midland 14, Riverside nothing. 30-second timeout right here on 97.9 The River.
You know, it looked like he was stood up. Like I did not.
Impaired drivers are the cause of 32% of all fatal crashes in West Virginia. On average, there are 9,000 drivers arrested each year for driving under the influence of alcohol and other drugs. Law enforcement wants to ensure drivers are making the right decision before they get behind the wheel. So if you have a friend or loved one that is too impaired to drive, take their keys, call a cab, or find them a safe ride home. In West Virginia and surrounding states, officers want to remind you to drive sober or get pulled over.
Hi, my name is Connor Pritchard, and this is my story. In 6th grade, a teacher had asked me if I would be interested in doing the announcements. I ended up going to the office every day for about 2 weeks, taught me the ropes, showed me around. I know it's definitely helped with my improvisation skills, so if I need to get something on the fly or throw something into a conversation, I can integrate it a lot better. I really love doing the announcements here. It's one of my favorite things to do here at Milton Middle. It's always nice just to know that I can add a little bit of positivity. To share your story, visit cabellschools.com.
In Spring Valley.
Olivia Charles with a sky kick coming towards the near side. It'll be fair caught at about the 34-yard line. Making that grab on the near side for the Warriors, it will be Bryant Welch. It'll be 1st and 10 for Riverside. They were able to move the football a little bit. Got a couple of first downs and forced to punt the football away when that Midland defense stood tall. But now they get another opportunity, trailing by 14 points.
I think it's interesting about this this Midland defense is they take their performance very personally. And they start giving a little bit, and then they're right back at it, taking back from the offensive side of things. And they did that a lot last week with Spring Valley. You could tell when they got their backs up and they went and they played hard all game, don't get me wrong, but you can tell when they're taking things personally.
Impressive on that pass and catch with Lunsford, folks. He is just a sophomore, 6'3", 245, and he's got some strength to him. Quick pass back to the left. It is over Walker. Gets a receiver on the far side. He makes the grab, time to turn up field. And he'll be wrapped up and brought down as he gets across the 40 to the 41-yard line. And on the reception that time, Brylan Hill, the junior, all 5'4" of them over there making the grab and picking up about 6 yards on the play. 2nd down and 4.
5'4".
5'4".
Nothing wrong with that.
Hey, he lines it up over the far side. 2 wideouts far side. Ball far hash mark. Play clock down to 20, so they got plenty of time to get things situated. Out of the pistol for Walker. 2 back split behind him. And runs the option, gets rid of it, and the ball carrier makes the grab on the back of the field. He's going to be wrapped up and brought down. On the reception that time, it was Dalton DeVault, and he was going nowhere. He was hit immediately. Coming in, Zeke Roberts coming in on the stop to lead the way for Cabell Midland. That's just assignment football, and they kept their assignments.
Yeah, they did. Alex Smith did a nice job there for the Knights as well. Help them finish that play off in a big loss. It'll be 3rd and 15. Midland does a nice job reading what's going on the field as well defensively.
Aiden McCormill in there on the stop as well for Cabell Midland. 3 wideouts to the left now for Walker. Ball near hash mark. Looking at 3rd down at about 15. Slaps his hands, takes a snap, quick pass back to the left. The receiver makes the grab as he works his way across the 30 to about the 31-yard line. That's Adam Wilkinson out of the backfield making the grab. Pickup of a couple of yards on the play, but still going to be 4th down and about 13 coming up.
Looked like that one might develop a little bit. It's a quick snap pass, and then Midland, again, just followed their assignments and swarmed the receiver. It looked like they might get a little bit out of that, but Midland said nothing doing that time.
Chandler Schmidt back deep once again, stands at his own 37. Penalty flag and another punt. I think this one might have gotten hit as it goes out of bounds. And we'll check the flag.
I think somebody moved. Yep. Somebody moved.
So the football will go out at the 46-yard line. So excellent field position for the Knights. We'll see what Cabell Midland decides to do with the football this time.
I'll just be honest with you. If I'm Luke, I'm like, why not pass right now? They've caught him. They've caught him twice. Clearly not expecting it. So why not come out with a long play drawn out like they've done their first 2 plays of each series?
Well, if you're Cabell Midland, and this is nothing against Riverside, obviously, but you want to get an opportunity. If you get enough of a lead and advantage like that you're putting your younger players in here to give them more of that playing. And that's the one luxury that Midland has had over the years is their 2nd and 3rd teamers have gotten a lot of playing time in real game situations.
Well, and that's just what helps them reload every year, that game experience for those younger guys. just is excellent for the next season.
Handoff is to Fetty right up the middle. Works his way across the 45 and down to about the 41-yard line. Give him a pickup of 5 on the play. Bring up 2nd down and 5 for the Knights.
Fetty's just one of those guys that keeps those legs churning and gets a few extra out of almost every run. But the holes open up nicely for him on that gain.
Wingbacks either way. Here comes Schmidt in motion. He'll take the handoff on the jet sweep. Turns upfield to the 40, cuts back to his right. Penalty flag is down, gets across the 35, and works his way to about the 32. Looks like we have a flag against Midland. We have a block in the back here. Nope,
so.
The holding call.
Oh, hold.
Again on the near side. The flag is at about the 39-yard line, so we'll mark 10 off of that.
That's out in front of the line of scrimmage, and I saw it happen, and I thought they were going to call the block in the back, but they ended up calling the hold there as the back came across the line of scrimmage.
Puts the football all the way back to the 50-yard line. So to bring up 2nd down and 14 now for the Knights. Clock rolls with 5 minutes left to play in this first quarter. Cabell Midland 14. Riverview. Riverside, nothing. Wingbacks either way, Schmidt in motion, and they run into each other, and handoff now to Moran. Goes right side, turns up, gets across the 50, 45, and brought down to about the 42-yard line. Busted play. Wolf quickly just handed it right off to Moran to get it out of there.
Moran did a nice job getting 7 yards out of that play that, like you said, looked like it was going to go nowhere. Busted play to start out, and Wolf and Moran's communication there to get him the football and find him a hole, got them the 7 yards, and now they look at 3rd and about 7.
Isaiah Hagley comes in as a double tight end set. Moran goes in motion. He'll return back. Wolf up underneath center. Now we'll turn around and look, gets the play call to the rest of the line. Play clock down to 5. Wolf will send a man in motion, runs the option, keeps it himself, turns upfield, gets across the 40, wrapped up and brought down at the 39-yard line. 4th down and about 4 coming up for Cabell Midland.
Say that Dalton Duvall did a nice job staying with Wolf, as Wolf looked like he was going to pitch it off there to his back early as that play developed. But again, Riverside did a pretty good job of staying with Midland and staying home on their assignments that time to bring up 4th down.
Well, Coach Salmon's got confidence in his defense that they don't get it to help him out. So the Knights will go for it on 4th down at about 4. Handoff is Moran on the jet sweep, using the wide side of the field. Turns upfield, gets enough of the first down, and then some. 35 to the 30, 25. Breaks it outside across the 20, and wrapped up and brought down at the 19-yard line. And we got do we have a flag down? I believe we do.
Flag down.
32.
Yep. Dalton Duvall did a nice job that time. He actually was nowhere near the running back that time, as that jet sweep did a nice job working around that right side. But Duvall stayed with that play the whole way. He actually probably saved a touchdown for the Warriors that time.
Well, it was a block in the back at about the 31-yard line, so they're going to take it actually at the 30-yard line. They'll put it back at the 40 and brings up 4th down and 4 again. So negates the good run by Moran. And the Knights looking at 4th down once again. Double tight end set. Lunsford on the right side. Hagley towards the near side. Wingbacks either way. Fetty single setback. Handoff to Chandler Schmidt. He comes towards the near side. Breaks the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Gets across the 40. Turns upfield 35. First down to the 30. Brought down at the 29-yard line. In on the stop for the Riverside Warriors, Braden Ward. First down for the Knights with 2:51 left to play in the opening quarter.
Braden Ward is a big kid, 6'6", 220, and he's quick. Able to get to Schmidt from the opposite side of the field.
Utilize him in that size at a defensive end. He stands up there on the far side of the line. Wolf with the football. Handoff is to Fetty. He's wrapped up and brought down just past the line of scrimmage. Got about a yard and a half on that one. Brings up 2nd down at about 8.5. And the clock continues to roll. Under 2.5 minutes left to play in the opening quarter.
No issues with that play clock this week. the new rule play clock.
Moran in motion. Wolf hand off to Fetty. Nope, Wolf keeps it himself. Goes right side. Gets across the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Cabell Midland.
26-yard touchdown run for Ryan Wolf, and boy, did he fool a lot of the Riverside Warriors.
Kept it himself, called his number. That's the one great thing. It's about when making that decision, when you're watching your pitch man, and pitch man staying out, left it open, and then it was after that, it was all speed from Ryan Wolf. And he goes into the end zone for the touchdown. The Knights on top 20-0. Olivia Charles on to attempt the extra point. High snap, pulled down, kick is up, and it is good. 2:01 left to play, first quarter. Knights on top, 21-0. 60-second timeout right here on 97.9 The River.
Are we sure there's no running?
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Going out? Hungry? Have kids? Looking for a fun, casual joint? Then Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington is the place to be. Bring the kids 12 and under on Tuesdays, and they eat for just 99 cents all day long. That's right, an entree, 2 sides, and a drink for less than $1. Plus, Tuesday at Roosters means a featured appetizer all day for just $2. Roosters will lighten your mood and not your wallet. And you can always enjoy your favorite sports on Roosters 40 TVs. Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington, a fun, casual joint.
Let's go places. The all-new Thornhill Toyota on the Thornhill Motor Mile. Your total automotive experience just got better with one of the safest, most dependable lines of vehicles on the market, Toyota. Contact us today and let Thornhill show you what total automotive care is all about.
Midland football, 97.9 The River.
After the touchdown run by Ryan Wolf of 26 yards, Olivia Wild's extra point. They get the score 21-0 on the kickoff, fielded on the near side by one of the upmen for the Warriors. On the fair catch, they'll start things off at their own 37-yard line, going from left to right. We welcome all of you watching us on our Kindred Digital Sports Marshall Orthopedics High School digital broadcast for us tonight. So thank you for tuning in there, and also on the radio right here on 97.9 The River. Along with Chris Tatum and Lowell Austin back in the studio, I'm Jason Toy here with you on a beautiful night at the Castle in Ono, West Virginia for the home opener for Cabell Midland, and so far it's been all Cabell Midland on top 21-0 here early on. Jake Walker, quarterback, takes the snap, pass back behind the line of scrimmage, is fielded over there by Alderson. He turns upfield, and Alderson got back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. He might have got a half a yard, and he got walloped there. He's slow getting up.
He took a big hit, and I think.
Actually, check that. It was one of the blockers over there, and Bryant Welch that took the hit. He was leading the way.
I think 28, Julian Grace was for the Knights who made the tackle, and boy, did he take him down hard.
3 wideouts towards the near side, single wideout to the left. Riverside trying to spread the field a little bit. Walker out of the shotgun, actually the pistol formation. Back behind him, handoff is to Alderson, and Alderson gets across the 35, and that's it. He was swarmed over. Whole bunch of players in there for the Knights. Leading the way was Dylan Fain, also in there, Nemo Roberts. Nemo will come off towards the near side to grab a breather.
To be honest with you, I expected us to get a look at Walker passing just a little bit more. We saw him in warm-ups, and he's got a nice snap on his throws, but his receivers are just not getting open.
3 wideouts towards the near side. Once again, Walker out of the shotgun. Runs the option to the left. He's going to be hit once in the backfield. Breaks free, gets to the left. Turns upfield to the 40, 45. Dives his way towards the first down marker. And let's see. They're going to say he went out just before that marker, so he's going to be about a yard shy. 4th and 1 coming up.
I think that's actually their longest offensive play so far at 9 yards.
Adkins in on the stop for Cabell Midland. And it's 4th and 1. Back fact, about a half a yard, if even that.
He got close, that's for sure.
They're going to have to snap they're going to have to snap it at least one time here. Play clock down to 12, game clock down to 18. Here's the pass. He pump fakes, now takes it himself, turns upfield. He'll be wrapped up and brought down.
Lost a yard.
He'll turn it over on downs.
Lost a yard, and it looked like he had a little bit of a hole there, and he had one look at a receiver over to the right side. That closed up pretty quickly, which caused him to tuck it and run, and Midland just swarmed him once he made the decision, and there was no going back. Three or four black jerseys got to him in a hurry.
Fain in on the stop for Cabell Midland and forcing the turnover on downs. The Knights will go from right to left with good field position once again. They'll start this drive off at the Riverside 46-yard line.
They've had great field position all evening. A credit to this Midland defense. against Riverside in this first half for sure. Well, in this first quarter, really. I mean, you look at the score, 21-0. You're thinking we got to be close to halftime.
Alex Smith split over towards the near side. Chandler Schmidt goes in motion. Wolf with the rollout on the boot. Looks to pass back towards the near side. Has Chandler Schmidt.
Open.
It's a high pass. It's caught there by Schmidt. Hit at the 22. Steps to his left. Back to his right at the 20. Works his way down to the 15. Not the prettiest of passes. Just kind of let it hang out there. But Chandler Schmidt had enough of a cushion there. He made the grab and got some positive yards. And the Knights are inside the 20.
34 yards on the reception to Chandler Schmidt. And he did just float that one up there. But did you see... He just kind of waited around, juked and jived his way for a 34-yard gain.
It's the end of the first quarter. Cabell Midland 21, Riverside nothing. 60-second timeout right here on 97.9 The River.
Marshall Orthopedics High School Game of the Week, presented by the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute, is brought to you in part by Jason W. Elkins at Elkins State Farm Agency. Jason can help you find coverage that works for you. Jason W. Elkins, State Farm Agent, 4346 5th Street Road, Huntington. The Governor's Highway Safety Program wants to remind you to drive sober or get pulled over. And Kindred Communications, radio, digital, events, print, kindredcom.net.
Each of us carries an anchor. It can hold us back. But when we toss it forward into the future, something amazing happens. Our unique dreams built off hard work take shape. At Mount West, struggle does not mean defeat, and tough times will not divide us. So what are you waiting for? Enroll today. Go far, close to home. Mount West Community and Technical College.
Listen to 90.
All right, here we go. Starting the second quarter, Wolf runs the option, gets to Moran, turns up, crosses the 15. Nice move at the 10, dives his way inside the 10-yard line, and touchdown-saving tackle there for Braylon Hill for Riverside. It brings up second down at about 4 after the 6-yard pickup.
Yeah, it looked like Moran was going to go in around that right side, but Hill was able to get there and kind of cut his legs out from underneath him and drop him to the turf. But they are on the 10-yard line, and they've got a shot at moving the sticks as well.
Dominic Schmidt splits over to the far side. Alex Smith towards the near side. Wolf up underneath center. Fetty single setback. Here goes Wolf with the bootleg out to his left. Looking to pass. Nothing there. Now fires back across the middle. Has a receiver in the backfield. It is Chandler Schmidt along the back of the end zone for the 10-yard pass and catch touchdown.
Ryan Wolf came around the left side and followed Chandler Schmidt as he went along the back side of the end zone and did a nice job of reading that coverage and watching Chandler Schmidt the whole way. Very calculated pass. A great 10-yard touchdown pass from Ryan Wolf to Chandler Schmidt for the score.
Initially, they were looking for Lunsford over there on that on the flat out there in the end zone. He was covered, but like you said, Chandler Schmidt just streaking along the line there, and he was able to pick up the kick or the pass. All right, there we go. Extra point is good. Olivia continues to stay perfect on the season. 30-second timeout right here on 97.9 The River.
They're just doing whatever they want to do.
Football is back. The crisp weather has returned.
Injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Going out? Hungry? Have kids? Looking for a fun, casual joint? Then Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington is the place to be. Bring the kids 12 and under on Tuesdays, and they eat for just 99 cents all day long. That's right, an entree, 2 sides, and a drink for less than $1. Plus, Tuesday at Roosters means a featured appetizer all day for just $2. Roosters will lighten your mood and not your wallet. And you can always enjoy your favorite sports on Roosters 40 TVs. Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington, a fun, casual joint.
Thornhill is now your #1 destination for new and pre-owned Toyotas, plus our top-notch Toyota certified parts and service center. We're eager for this new opportunity to continue serving our local communities. Quality and support you can count on. The all-new Thornhill Toyota is here.
Big old hit on the near side as he chased it out of bounds. On the reception end of that, it was Gustavia Crowder. I'm sorry, I apologize to Olivia Charles. I called her Olivia Wilde. So
Olivia Wilde's a familiar name. Who
actress.
is that?
She's an actress.
Actress. I was like, who is Olivia Wilde? I know that name.
The peanut gallery over here got it.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
They got it?
All right, it's 1st and 10 now for Riverside. They'll start this drive off at their own 28-yard line.
Indeed. Olivia Wild.
There you go. All right. But I'll tell you what, Olivia Charles has been perfect here.
She's had a great 2 games. Couldn't be more happy with that. That little squib kick ended up inside the 30-yard line.
All right, 1st and 10, trips to the right for Walker, the quarterback, out of the shotgun. He has Alderson offset to his left. Takes the handoff to Alderson. Quick pass, tipped up, and it's almost intercepted.
Oh, wow.
Getting a hand on that for Cabell Midland. That was Julian Grace who got a hand on it.
Dominic Schmidt almost came up with it, too. He dove to get to the ball, but it fell to the turf. And, again, that Midland defense, relentless. And I talked about Jake Walker and his warm-up in warm-ups passing. I looked for him to pass a little bit more. That's why they're not passing. Midland is getting to him pretty quickly.
New running back in this time for it's Maria. Here's a quick pass back towards the near side. The reception made on the near side by Brock Jeffries. Jeffries are going to say incomplete. Jeffries gets up holding his hands in the air. He's like, I scooped that.
He thought he did.
Brings up 3rd down and 10. Now, I know if you're Riverside, you want to pass the ball because you have some success with that, but you're not complete. You're going to give the ball back to Midland pretty quick.
Well, and Midland's done such a nice job on coverage tonight, too, that they've had trouble getting their receivers open.
Out of the pistol formation once again. Here goes Walker. Hands off on the right side to Alderson. He tries to make something out of nothing. He gets wrapped up and brought down behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a yard loss on the play. 4th down and 11 coming up for the Warriors.
Tevin Taylor got in to the backfield pretty quickly and stopped the running back for Riverside for a loss. It's going to bring up 4th and 12.
Chandler Schmidt goes back deep for the Knights. Jake Walker, the junior quarterback, he'll step back. He'll be the punter. He stands at his own 16. Pressure's on, gets rid of it. Low punt. Going to take a bounce at midfield. And it will be down just past the midfield stripe there by Braxton Jones for Riverside. He probably should have let that one roll a little more.
Yeah.
But the Knights will take over 1st and 10 from their own 48-yard line.
The last couple of possessions where Midland's taken over, this is the first time they've started out in their own territory for a couple of 3 drives. They've had it on the Riverside 46 to the 49 the last 2.
The lights are on here at the Castle in Ona on a beautiful night for high school football. Lunsford comes off towards the near side. Wideouts either way, wingbacks either way. Moran comes in motion. Here goes Wolf looking to pass the football. Steps up, plants his feet, fires. Has Chandler Schmidt making the grab at the 35. Turns upfield, works his way down to the 31-yard line. Pass and catch of about 15, make it 17 yards on that one. And a 1st down for the Knights at the 31.
Ryan Wolf's looked really calm in those passing situations, too, and that was another just nice developing play, and he watched his receiver all the way out of that right flat, finds Schmidt, and gets 17 yards.
And when he sets his feet, that's when he's been able to. He's had plenty of time to do that.
Yeah, he looks very controlled this evening for sure.
2 wideouts near side. Wolf up underneath center. He'll roll out towards the near side, looking to pass the football. Fires
Wide
back
open.
over to the far side. Has a receiver. It's Jackson Fetty. He makes the grab at the 5.
Touchdown.
Dives his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Cabell Midland.
31-yard touchdown reception to Jackson Fetty. And again, Ryan Wolf doing a really nice job on his reads, finding the open receivers, planting his feet, throwing the ball, results in a 31-yard touchdown.
That was just a beautiful play because he was looking for that the whole time. Fetty was wide open back over on the far side and just went in and stretched it out. Got hit about the 3-yard line and was able to stretch it out for his 2nd touchdown of the night. He'll be the holder. Olivia's extra point kick is up, and it is good. 9:40 left to play first half. Cabell Midland 35, Riverside nothing. 30-second timeout right here on 97.9 The River.
She's getting a workout tonight.
Oh, yeah.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Each of us carries an anchor. It can hold us back. But when we toss it forward into the future, something amazing happens. Our unique dreams built off hard work take shape. At Mount West, struggle does not mean defeat, and tough times will not divide us. So what are you waiting for? Enroll today. Go far, close to home. Mount West Community and Technical College.
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
And that was Gustavia Crowder for the Riverside Warriors, who gets popped at the 40-yard line.
Took a big old hit on that one, and I think the officials are discussing something here.
Is it? Well,
I thought they were discussing it there for a second.
I did too, but apparently not. Warriors will start out 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line.
They're trying to get something positive for them to happen here. And so far it hadn't happened tonight. 2 wideouts to the right. Here's the blitz on. It's picked up in the backfield. Walker rolls out to his right, passes the football, has a receiver out there.
A receiver open.
Just a little bit too far out in front of him. The pass intended for Braxton Jones. Walker took a big old hit as soon as he got rid of the football, and in there laying that pressure on him was Dylan Fain once again for the Knights.
Midland has done a nice job getting through the line of scrimmage this evening and putting pressure on Walker to force him to throw a little, I think on that play especially a little earlier than he wanted to throw downfield. Alex Smith did a nice job on coverage downfield against Braxton Jones, but put a half step on that, and that's a nice pickup for Riverside.
McCormill was the one that brought the pressure on the blitz on the near side. Was picked up. 2nd down and 10. Clock stopped with 9:28. Here's the snap, handoff up the middle to Alderson, and he gets across the 40 to about the 42-yard line. A bunch of the black jerseys in there on the stop, leading the way for Cabell Midland. Coming up off the bottom of the pile, big Eli Norris, 6'2", 325-pound senior.
That's one you do not want to get a face full of right there, especially if you're the Riverside Warriors running back who's got a little bit of a weight disadvantage there.
3 wideouts to the right. And the single setback offset to the right this time for Walker is Alderson. Take the snap, quick pass back over to the right. Little hitch, caught there on the right side, turns upfield, gets across the 45. Penalty flag coming in there on the back end of the play. Have a holding call going up against the Riverside Warriors. On the reception that time, Brock Jeffries for the Warrior team. And they're going to take a step back here as the penalty flag is laying down at about the 43-yard line.
Walker with a nice pass out into the flat to Brock Jeffries. Looked like it was going to be a decent pickup for Riverside, but it ended up that the penalty is going to be assessed against the Warriors. That actually probably would have been their longest pass play of the night, too, had that developed the way they wanted it to. But it's going to put them all the way back at the 33-yard line.
8:35 on a rolling clock here in this first half. The Knights on top 35-0. Out of the shotgun. Here goes Walker. Rolls out under pressure. Receiver has to go in and out of his hands. That's actually a good thing. They would have lost more yardage on that one, intended for Adam Wilkinson over on the far side.
Jordan Ely from Cabell Midland putting the pressure on Walker that time. Ely, the 6'1", 180-pound senior, getting some action and putting some pressure on quarterback Jake Walker, which Midland's done a great job of all night tonight.
Seemed like for a lot of years it's been an Ely wearing that number 93 out there. High snap, pull down by Walker, gets rid of it, and just the kind of a floater punt. It will be fielded by the Warriors at about the 47-yard line. So once again, good field position for Cabell Midland. And on comes the Knights.
Brock Jeffries kills it over in Midland territory. And again, I'm not so sure you don't let that one bounce, but it was kind of a knuckleball punt that could have taken a bounce the opposite way. But Midland's been so easy to do whatever they want to do.
Alex Smith splits over to the far side, the wide side of the field. Single setback is actually I formation lined up right now for the Knights, with Ryan Wolf up underneath center. Moran is the tailback, Fetty the fullback. Wolf hands it off to Moran, second man
Big
through, gets
hole.
across the 50, 45, first down, works his way down to the 40-yard line.
On the stop that time for Riverside was Justin Rucker, but not before a big gain all the way to the 40-yard line. About
13 yards,
13
13-yard pickup on the play. First and 10 for the Knights on the 40. Seen a couple of new things tonight from Cabell Midland. The passing, one of those things. And we've seen the I formation a couple of times. Wolf up underneath center. Fetty single setback. It's Schmidt in motion. Handoff is to Fetty up the middle. Fetty cuts back to his right, works his way down to the 35-yard line.
5-yard pickup for Fetty, and he did that all last Friday night against the Spring Valley Timberwolves, just picking up right where he left off. Not to mention his reception for the touchdown earlier.
Big Braden Moore in on the stop for the Ward, in on the stop for the Warriors. Second down and 4 coming up for the Knights. 7:15 left to play here in this opening half. The Knights on top, 35-0. Wingbacks either way. Fetty single setback, 2 men in motion. There's the penalty flag, and it will be Fetty with the handoff up the middle and still on his feet. Works his way across the 30, and then he's going to finally be brought down at the 30-yard line. But this one will come back, an illegal shift against the Knights.
Somebody's hurt. Riverside, number 54. That is Alex Maria. Slow getting up. Still holding on to, I think he's holding on to an arm. Nothing has happened just yet. Nobody's called anybody out. He's going to tough it out and stay out.
Yeah, he's hitting that left shoulder, it looks like, a little bit. And they are going to substitute for him right now. Still favoring that left arm as he runs off.
Yep. Andrew Maria comes out in his place. Yeah, he's hurting over on that far sideline. Hope everything's okay.
Kind of almost look like a stinger.
Yeah.
Look like. All right, wingbacks either way. Here goes Moran in motion. Handoff is Chandler Schmidt. Goes left, cuts back right, 35. Nice spin move at the 30. Comes back to the near side. Breaks the tackle there, and then finally brought down by the shoelaces at about the 27-yard line.
Braylon Hill on the tackle, but man, is Schmidt just not fun to watch. He's also one of those guys that just keep moving until they finally take him down. But, man, he danced his way all the way down to the 27-yard line. Broke a tackle here, spun off another tackle there, and then finally moves the sticks for the Knights. And they'll take it 1st and 10 from the 27. Nice run by Schmidt.
Just a great athlete, period.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
without question.
Basketball court,
Yep.
I can only imagine if he played baseball how he'd
Right.
be there on that too.
Talented kid for sure.
Alex Smith splits over to the left side. That is the wide side of the field. Nemo Roberts sets up the offensive line. Wolf up underneath center. Will send Schmidt in motion. Runs the option. Wolf keeps it himself. Taking a hit at the line. Drives forward. Gets across the 25 to the 20. Football came out, and I believe Riverside might have come up with it. In fact, they did on the fumble. On the recovery that time for the Warriors, it was Braden Ward coming out with it and turns the ball back over and gives the Warriors something to celebrate.
Elijah Williams with the initial hit on Wolf came from behind, and that might have been what caused that ball to pop loose. But again, like you said, this is something positive for the Warriors this evening. And they needed it for sure.
Cabell Midland on that drive, basically just keeping it on the ground. Just that was kind of a respect move right there by Coach Luke Sammons. He has a lot of respect for Alex Daugherty, the head coach of Riverside. Walker will come out with his team out of the shotgun, offset to his left. It will be Alderson. 3 wideouts to the right. Ball just to the right of the middle of the field. Blitz is on. Gets rid of the football. The receiver making the grab behind the line of scrimmage. He'll be wrapped up. Somebody's helmet, I believe, came off.
Yeah, it was Brock Jeffrey's helmet came off. And, you know, a couple of times that Walker has thrown that pass out of the flat, it looks like that play is going to develop. But, man, Midland just has swarmed that play each time that Riverside is running. They've really had nowhere to go pretty quickly. Midland doing a nice job staying on coverage.
Jeffries lost a couple of yards on that reception and his helmet, so he has to go off. Pistol formation once again for Walker. Wide outside the way. Hands off towards the near side. The ball carrier hitting the backfield. Wrapped up and brought down at the 15-yard line. That's Braxton Jones. And another loss in the play of 2. third down and about 14 and a half coming up.
I'll just tell you, Midland is doing such a good job getting across that line of scrimmage and really putting pressure on Walker that he really doesn't have any other choice but to hand the football off. Even when he's trying, you see them trying to develop a pass play, they're getting covered up so quickly that Riverside has really no time to react.
Two wideouts near side, single wideout to the far side for Walker, the quarterback out of the shotgun. Has a back offset to his left, takes a snap. Nope, they're going to go with the pistol or the Wildcat and goes straight back to the running back as he works his way to the 20 to about the 22-yard line. On the carry that time, it was Alderson. On a direct snap to him, it'll be fourth down and about 7.
McCormick on the stop for Cabell Midland, but it's going to force another punt. And Jake Walker's not only been a busy man calling the signals for the Riverside Warriors tonight, but he's going to handle the punting duties again.
Slaps his hands, high snap, pulled down, gets rid of the punt. This one comes off towards the near side, and this will take a Midland bounce. I say Midland bounce because it's still inside the 50-yard line, but it goes out of bounds at the 41-yard line. He's not even taking a step, really, because he has so much pressure on him when he punts the football away.
Midland is, again, the line in each phase, whether it's special teams, offense, or defense, the lines are playing such a big role in pressure for Midland tonight. It's not giving Riverside time to do anything in any phase of this game.
All right, here we go. Wingbacks either way. Wolf up underneath center will send a man in motion. Hand off to Fetty. Near side, turns upfield to the 40. Spins around across the 35 and wrapped up and brought down at about the 32-yard line. Pickup of about 8 yards on the play for Jackson Fetty. It'll be second down and 2.
Man, when he gets ahead of steam, too, and it's fun to watch Fetty, too, because when he gets ahead of steam, you can watch he's going to take out 1 or 2 people as he gets 8 yards. But a couple white jerseys also went down to the turf because the freight train Fetty was coming.
I like that. You need to coin that. Trademark that.
Trademark it right now.
Here's Wolf. Keeps it himself on the option. Turns up. Gets across. He's going to get across the 20, the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Penalty flag back at about the 17-yard line. Make it the 18-yard line, and this will come back.
Yeah, I was not watching behind Wolf, but that flag came out about the time he crossed the 15, and the flag's down about the 17.
Block in the back.
Yeah, I was going to say, you either got a block in the back, is the more likely the story.
So the flag is at about the 17-yard line. They'll mark the 10 off. They'll bring it up to the 27-yard line. That should be enough for the first down. So move the chains.
Yeah, they're going to move the sticks.
Yep. First and 10 for the Knights. Takes the touchdown off the board.
And Wolf's had a great game tonight all the way around. Running game, passing game. Good head on his shoulders this evening.
Hand off to Fetty. Get that freight train rolling. Gets across the 20 to the 15, and he's wrapped up and brought down at about the 11-yard line.
He just lowers that shoulder, and, even though Adam Wilkinson brought him down to the turf, Wilkinson knows he went up against him. I will guarantee you that.
And enough for the first down. About a 12-yard pickup on the play. Actually, 10-yard pickup on the play. First and 10 for the Knights.
First down Knights on the 13-yard line.
Double tight end set. Wolf up underneath center. Fetty single setback. He'll send Schmidt in motion. Here goes handoff to Schmidt. Bobbles it, pulls it back in, loses it though, and then I think it's recovered by the Knights. And it is recovered by Fetty.
Yeah, Fetty. I saw Fetty dive for it and jump on top of it. They'll have it at the 9-yard line. I think they even ended up with some positive yardage there.
Last time the Knights were down here, they fumbled the ball and turned the ball back over to Riverside. So it's one of the things about it, and you heard from Coach Sammons in the pregame, just working on mistakes. You need to continue to work through them. All right, here we go. Ball at the 9-yard line. And a timeout taken by Riverside. Breaking the action, we'll step aside ourselves. 30-second timeout right here on 97.9 The River.
Your locally owned 7-Eleven.
See what I need. I really don't have time to go myself. I know. I'll order and have it delivered.
Fair, where convenience and quality meet. And now, home delivery.
Planning for a funeral is never easy, and selecting the right mortuary can be important. Family owned and operated for over 6 decades, our family has helped other families going through the most difficult time. Chapman's Mortuary and Crematory can help you plan arrangements today or offer a pre-need funeral plan in line with your intimate wishes. And now, we provide Huntington's only on-site crematory. Call us for a free consultation. Chapman's Mortuary and Crematory, serving the tri-state for over 60 years.
But more importantly, the line play here tonight has been absolutely stellar.
Well, the Knights looking to see if they can knock one in here before the end of the first half. The Warriors will receive the football to start things off in the second half. 3 tight ends, double tight ends actually. Here goes Moran, turns upfield, gets across the 5. He'll work his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Cabell Midland. Mason Moran had all the blockers out there in front of him. He goes 7 yards out into the end zone. Actually 9 yards out in the end zone. Touchdown for Cabell Midland.
Moran, a nice job on the sweep over to the right side. Finds his way to the end zone from 9 yards out. 41-0. We're about a minute and 30 away from halftime. Impressive performance here by the Knights this evening.
Olivia Charles on to attempt the extra point. Right-footed kick. It's up. Splits the uprights. Good. Knights 42. Riverside nothing. 30-second timeout right here on 97.9 The River.
Wallace Funeral Home has been honoring families and their loved ones with comfort, care, and dependability.
Hello, my name is Seth Seldron. I'm here in my home studio where I write, record, produce, mix, and master all my own music, as well as write, record, and edit all kinds of videos. Making my own music and making videos allows me a certain creative outlet that I wouldn't otherwise have. And one day I hope to sort of combine the two, maybe create my own music videos, direct them, edit them, as well as produce music for myself and other people.
Looking for fair prices, professional service, and the most customer-friendly shop in the tri-state? Then Freedom Gun & Pawn in Lavalette is your kind of place. Freedom Gun & Pawn has the best selection of new, pre-owned, and vintage firearms, plus a large stock of ammo and accessories. Freedom Gun & Pawn is everything you want in a gun and pawn shop. Freedom Gun & Pawn, proud to support our local high schools and communities. Across from Food Fair in Lavalette, online at freedomgunandpawn.com.
On the hit.
Israel Calhoun is going to wake up tomorrow feeling the hit.
You know what's funny is that
Ray absolutely waylaid him.
I'll say he should have waited for the fair catch. Everybody else around him for Riverside was waving fair catch.
Right. Yeah, he got to put on him. Ray Williams absolutely waylaid him. Big hit.
Minute 32 left to play here in this first half. The Knights on top by a score of 42-0. And Riverside, they will get the football back to start things off in the second half. Walker, now we'll see for the first time the big tight end coming towards the near side. And that will be Braden Ward, the big 6'6" kid. Walker out of the shotgun as a back offset to his left. Knights show blitz. Handoff right side. Ball carrier hits the line of scrimmage, keeps his feet going. He gets wrestled down to the ground. And that was Berea, who was the ball carrier. That was a tough 1 yard to pick up. Second down and 9.
Julian Grace came in and finished off the running back that time and just came flying in. And actually went head over heels as he hit.
He's got pretty good.
He does.
Pretty good genes. Though.
He does. Yeah. What a great pickup John Grace was for this staff here too.
Yep. Or heard great. Hand off onto the right side, right up the middle. Great run this time for Berea, and he's going to pick up enough for the first down. 10-yard pickup on the play. Actually, 9-yard pickup. Good enough for the Warriors to move the chains inside Midland territory.
That's their biggest offensive gain of the game right there. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, is that their first down?
No, it's their second one.
Second first down.
Second
They had
first
one
down.
the first, yeah,
Yep.
second first down.
Justice Hutchinson will check back into the lineup now for Cabell Midland. Out of the pistol, it's Walker. Takes a snap, hand off on the right side. Braden is hitting the backfield, and he gets spun around at the line of scrimmage, and about 4 black jerseys in there on the stop. Nemo Roberts in there leading the way for Cabell Midland.
He's going to get a yard on forward progress, and the officials signal for timeout for Riverside.
Yeah, timeout by the Warriors. We'll keep it right here. Coming up halftime, we'll recap all the scoring from the first half, and there's a bunch of it. And we've got also, we'll take a look at the scoreboard and other games. We're early, so there's not going to be a whole lot of scoring probably going on because most of the games just kicking off about a half hour ago.
Yeah, we'll check scores too at halftime. We'll see what's going on around the way.
Also get some stats as well. They're pretty good. I can tell you already, it'll be a pretty good first half for Ryan Wolf.
Oh yeah, he's had a great game.
We need to look at the old Midland record books and see passing yards.
Yeah. I know the guy who has that.
And that is?
Dennis Ball, man.
Oh.
He's got it
Dennis
all.
Ball. I thought maybe you knew who had the record.
Dennis Ball's got it all. If you want to ask a question, that guy's got it.
Well, you're looking at him, I thought maybe it was you knew who had the record for most passing yards.
No, I don't know that. Because you know as well as I do, even from the old Barbersville days to the Midland days, there's not been a heavy presence of passing.
Nah, there hasn't been.
I mean, you can go back into Dink Allen, Jim Thornburg, and even early here, Richard was the coach here first. Not a lot of passing going on.
Walker steps in, looks to fire down, and it's intercepted. Smith makes the grab. He cuts back to his right, gets a block, gets across the 20, 25, far side 30, gets back toward the 35, wrapped up and brought down there. The pass intended over on the far side for Braylon Hill, and Alex Smith with definitely a size differential between the two. He was able to go up over the 5'4" receiver, made the interception, and the Knights take it back over with 20 seconds left to play in the first half.
You know, Hill was going to have to come back to that pass, but, man, Alex Smith just leapt up and took it out of the air and brought it back to the 35-yard line for the interception. But Smith read that one the whole way, too. Did a nice job on coverage out there to come up with the INT.
All right, the Knights really just need to run one play off here. They'll send Dominic Schmidt towards the near side, wingbacks either way. Wolf up underneath center. He'll take the snap. He'll quick pitch towards the near side to Moran, trying to find real estate. 35, cuts back across the middle of the 40, finds an open run, goes 45 to the 40, or 45 to the 50, works his way down inside Midland or in Riverside territory to the 46-yard line. Give him a pickup of about 17 yards on the play. Timeout taken by Cabell Midland with 12 seconds left in this first half. And you got to think that Coach Salmon's taking the timeout here to burn this because they will start the clock as soon as the ball's placed, but just to kind of maybe pad a little bit more here going in.
I mean, it's 42-0 going into the half.
Yep.
You know, and they've been pretty well able to score at will. We'll see about scores at halftime. Not a ton updated on the Metro News site, but there are games of interest going on. So we'll update you that on halftime as well as stats from here at Cabell Midland. And then you got that game up in Maryland happening tomorrow of interest. Huff's Herd playing their first contest under their new head coach. Should be one interesting ball game as well.
Are the Mountaineers playing at Maryland? Or
They are.
home?
Yeah, they're at Maryland. No, they're in Morgantown.
They're in Morgantown, okay.
They're in Morgantown, but everybody going up 79 tomorrow. Are they Maryland? They are?
Yeah.
So everybody's going 79 north from Marshall and from WVU.
All right, ball near hash mark. Wolf up underneath center. Fetty single setback. Fakes the handoff. Wolf steps up. Now will tuck it and run. Penalty flag is down. Wolf goes left side 40, 35, 30. Trying to find the lane. Another penalty flag. Back at the 23-yard line. So 2 flags. We got a holding call against the Knights.
There's 3 flags out there. There's all kinds of laundry on the turf. One down at the 46, one at about the 33, and one down around the 27, 28, and then one down around the 25.
There was 1.3 seconds left here in this first half. If you're Riverside, you wanted to see that go to zeros.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So we know we have a hold. We've got personal foul.
All kinds of stuff going on out there.
All right, so we'll push it back.
So the other penalties decline. Holding against the Knights is going to be marched off too. So that's going to put the ball back at the 37.
I'll be honest with you, folks. I'm trying to figure out what that signal was. I don't know if it was a crackback.
What they say?
Our scorers are saying it's a Macarena.
The Macarena. That's why I didn't recognize it.
All right, wideouts either way. We have 1.3 seconds left. First down and a country mile. Hand off to Fetty up the middle. Gets across the 45, 50. Breaks a tackle there. Spins around, works his way down to about the 44-yard line. He picked up, matter of fact, right at about 15 yards on that play that time for Fetty. That'll be it. We'll go to the halftime. Cabell Midland all over Riverside by a score of 42-0. Then all Midland. Our halftime report coming up.
Injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Reggie Bush used to eat breakfast somewhere else, but then he tried Wendy's breakfast.
Are those fresh eggs for me?
He's become a really big fan of Wendy's breakfast.
It's always bacon season over here. Tyler, please sign this for me. You the man, Tyler? Keep killing those breakfast sandwiches. I appreciate you.
I will. Don't sell that online.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Select breakfast croissants, now $1.99.
Are you nervous? I trust Huntington Federal. I believe in them, and I think they believe in us.
There it is. Hey, David.
Well, are you both together?
We're sitting here in front of our new dream home.
Well, I think we just made your dreams come true. Hello? Is anyone there? Hello?
Huntington Federal, making dreams come true.
Thornhill is now your #1 destination for new and pre-owned Toyotas, plus our top-notch Toyota certified parts and service center. We're eager for this new opportunity to continue serving our local communities. Quality and support you can count on. The all-new Thornhill Toyota is here.
The Marshall Orthopedics High School Game of the Week, presented by the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute, is brought to you in part by Jason W. Elkins at Elkins State Farm Agency. Jason can help you find coverage that works for you. Jason W. Elkins, State Farm Agent, 4346 5th Street Road, Huntington. The Governor's Highway Safety Program wants to remind you to drive sober or get pulled over. And KINDRED Communications, radio, digital, events, print, kindredcom.net.
The need to try to be like somebody else or try to like one up somebody else. In my generation, it was keeping up with the Joneses. And I think that can be distracting. But I think that students, kind of like you were talking about earlier, I think that creating your story, that every person's unique. So like if you can tune out those other things, like there's room for you to be you and for you to do your thing, and it all fits together like a puzzle.
Last year, impaired drivers were the cause of 32% of all fatal crashes in West Virginia. On average, there are 9,000 drivers arrested each year for driving under the influence of alcohol and other drugs. Law enforcement wants to ensure drivers are making the right decision before they get behind the wheel. So if you have a friend or loved one that is too impaired to drive, take their keys, call a cab, or find them a safe ride home. In West Virginia and surrounding states, officers want to remind you to drive sober or get pulled over.
Been to Oscar's Breakfast, Burgers, and Brews lately? Notice anything new? How about breakfast served all day? Plus burgers served all day. In fact, everything on the menu is now available from open till close. And space, a heck of a lot more space, at their brand new location in the River Place Plaza in Barboursville. Oscar's Breakfast, Burgers, and Brews. Order online at oscarsbbb.com.
Coach Salmons and the Cabell Midland football team would like to thank all of their sponsors for their generous donations this season. If you'd like to support the Knights, please email for more information. Cabell Midland football, always earned, never given.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
consecutive grand champions, your Cabell Midland Marching Knights.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Each of us carries an anchor. It can hold us back. But when we toss it forward into the future, something amazing happens. Our unique dreams built off hard work take shape. At Mount West, struggle does not mean defeat, and tough times will not divide us. So what are you waiting for? Enroll today. Go far, close to home. Mount West Community and Technical College.
Coach Salmons and the Cabell Midland football team would like to thank all of their sponsors for their generous donations this season. If you'd like to support the Knights, please email for more information. Cabell Midland football, always earned, never given. Looking for fair prices, professional service, and the most customer-friendly shop in the tri-state? Then Freedom Gun & Pawn in Lavalette is your kind of place. Freedom Gun & Pawn has the best selection of new, pre-owned, and vintage firearms, plus a large stock of ammo and accessories. Freedom Gun & Pawn is everything you want in a gun and pawn shop. Freedom Gun & Pawn, proud to support our local high schools and communities. Across from Food Fair in Lavalette, online at freedomgunandpawn.com.
Let's go places. The all-new Thornhill Toyota on the Thornhill Motor Mile. Your total automotive experience just got better with one of the safest, most dependable lines of vehicles on the market, Toyota. Contact us today and let Thornhill show you what total automotive care is all about.
Going out? Hungry? Have kids? Looking for a fun, casual joint? Then Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington is the place to be. Bring the kids 12 and under on Tuesdays, and they eat for just 99 cents all day long. That's right, an entree, 2 sides, and a drink for less than $1. Plus, Tuesday at Roosters means a featured appetizer all day for just $2. Roosters will lighten your mood and not your wallet. And you can always enjoy your favorite sports on Roosters 40 TVs. Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington, a fun, casual joint.
Create your stories like to leave a legend where the kids will be talking about me like 50 years after I'm gone. And like then they will start writing their own stories. Maybe my kids will want to read about what I was dealing with, what I was going through, how I encouraged myself, how my teachers encouraged me. So if I leave something for them, then it's just going to keep going, you know, and it'll be a story that never ends. So it's the never-ending story.
The 40th Annual Barbersville Fall Fest, Wednesday, September 15th through Saturday the 18th. The Carnival rides Wednesday through Saturday and the parade on Thursday. Live music Friday night from Steve Ajeri, former lead singer of Journey. And Saturday, it's country music.
Last year, impaired drivers were the cause of 32% of all fatal crashes in West Virginia. On average, there are 9,000 drivers arrested each year for driving under the influence of alcohol and other drugs. Law enforcement wants to ensure drivers are making the right decision before they get behind the wheel. So if you have a friend or loved one that is too impaired to drive, take their keys, call a cab, or find them a safe ride home. In West Virginia and surrounding states, officers want to remind you to drive sober or get pulled over.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Is, you know, Ironton.
Oh, yeah, there's no doubt.
You got to maintain, and I'm sure that's what Melvin is preaching to his team right now at halftime, and that'd be awesome if they can do something like that. All right, the Knights on top of this one, 42-0. If you're you come back out here now, to give folks a little bit of an idea on the rule side of things, it is a running clock.
Yep.
Fourth quarter if the team is up by 35. So if you're Cabell Midland, obviously you got an opportunity to get a lot of young players some play time here.
Yeah, and that's one of the things, and I think you even touched on this in the first half, and that's one of the things that Midland is traditionally does is get some of those younger players into the ball game. But and it's not so much about the rolling clock for them, even though we're probably going to see it here this evening. But Kevin's able to reload year after year because Luke is good about giving his younger players the opportunity to play in games like this, and they get a lot of playing time in games like this. They're not just because Riverside might come back and score a touchdown. He's not going to sub them back in. He's going to give his younger players some time to play, get some experience in a game setting under the lights on a Friday night, which is one of the cool things that Luke does with his ball team.
Yeah, one thing that's missing this year, the fireworks. Haven't seen those yet.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Got cut from the budget, probably.
You can bring sparklers next week, and we'll light them up.
Well, next week, real quick, before we take a break,
yeah.
let's talk about next week. You and Kent Bryson will have the call on this one next week. It's going to be the battle for the Shield. I mean, and you got two teams that are playing some pretty good football.
Yeah, you know what? And to use the old sports cliche, throw the records out the windows, because you put those two teams on the field. I don't care what year it is, what the records are, who's coaching when those two teams hit the field together, it is a dogfight, and it's always a dogfight.
And we're going to have that for you coming up next Friday night, 7 o'clock pregame, 7:30 kickoff from Bob Sang Stadium in Huntington. The Knights and the Huntington Highlanders in the battle for the Shield. We're going to take a break here. We'll come back. Get ready for second half action. The Riverside Warriors already out on the field. They're getting warmed up to our right, awaiting the Cabell Midland Knights as they start to get ready to make their way from the locker room as we get ready for second half action after this 3-minute timeout right here on 97.9 The River.
If you've been in an accident, you know there's one name.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Are you nervous? I trust Huntington Federal. I believe in them, and I think they believe in us.
There it is. Hey, David.
Well, are you both together?
We're sitting here in front of our new dream home.
Well, I think we just made your dreams come true. Hello? Is anyone there? Hello?
Huntington Federal, making dreams come true.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
But you don't know how to buy one if you have bad credit or no.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Are you nervous? I trust Huntington Federal. I believe in them, and I think they believe in us.
There it is. Hey, David.
Well, are you both together?
We're sitting here in front of our new dream home.
Well, I think we just made your dreams come true. Hello? Is anyone there? Hello?
Huntington Federal, making dreams come true.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Ingredients with an impeccable gourmet touch featuring authentic signature Italian dishes.
My name is Deshaun and I am a success.
My name is Braxton and I'm a success.
Friday, I got my spelling words right. P-A-R-T-Y.
I was in a math test and I didn't really get it that well. My teacher, she told me something and I got it. And I aced the math test and I was excited.
To share your story, visit cabellschools.com.
Reggie Bush used to eat breakfast somewhere else, but then he tried Wendy's breakfast.
Let's switch words. Are those fresh eggs for me?
He's become a really big fan of Wendy's breakfast.
It's always bacon season over here. Tyler, please sign this for me. You the man, Tyler. Keep killing those breakfast sandwiches. I appreciate you.
I will. Don't sell that online.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Select breakfast croissants, now $1.99.
We're back.
We are back.
Yeah, we're back here.
We're back.
At halftime here as the Knights continue on to get ready to get warmed up. The captains are back out in the middle of the field to do the ceremonial, the meeting once again to determine which side of the field the player's going to go on. And Chandler Schmidt, the captain here for the Cabell Midland Knights, out there meeting with our head official here tonight, which, by the way, we did not give you his name earlier. It's Kenny Taylor, who has been busy here this evening. A lot of arm lifting tonight for
no doubt.
Kenny.
He's gotten to work out himself. Adam Wilkinson, the captain from Riverside.
So Riverside will get the football back to start things off here in the second half. And then we'll go from right to left.
You're talking about Luke wearing a coat tonight. I got to wonder, when it gets colder, are the Crocs fur-lined? Do they get fur-lined Crocs when it's cold out?
Well, you know this. When we were up at the state championship a couple of years ago, he still warm.
Yep.
And it was, what was it?
Cold.
20 degrees?
Cold.
Oh. It was brutal. And it doesn't fade. He was in shorts and that. And I just, wow. That always amazes me.
That is not me at all. Mm-hmm. I'm a warm weather person.
Olivia Charles on to kick things off. And she'll tee it up at the 40-yard line. Let's keep an eye on this end of the line here for Cabell Midland, because they are
I see what you're saying.
Got a little opening here.
Yep.
Olivia's been doing the sky kicks towards the near side by one of the mid players. This one,
she boots that one.
Boots this one back deep. The receiver makes the grab at the 25, middle of the field to the 30. 35, breaks a tackle and works his way up to about the 37-yard line. On the stop for Cabell Midland coming up was Zach Ramey.
Dalton DeVault on the return for the Warriors, but there are flags down at the end of the play.
So the officials, maybe a little extracurricular afterwards. Personal foul. But this one against,
it's going to be on Riverside.
Against Riverside. All right, now we got to figure this out. They're basically, he's taking both of his fists and pounding them together like fist to fist. Is that helmet contact? No, it's not helmet contact.
Well, he did this, and then he did this.
And we're getting the word on it. Oh, it's the crackback.
Oh,
that's what it is.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha, okay.
I think we should know that.
Well, we even said it earlier when we were talking about it earlier.
But they called the Macarena one.
Yes,
right?
the one. Well, there were a lot of hand signals that happened at that point. I'm not going to lie. I saw what I thought was a decline of the penalty, the crackback signal, and then maybe a moonwalk. I'm not sure.
All right. Out of the shotgun this time, it will be Jake Walker, the quarterback for Riverside. Handoff onto the right side. The ball carrier this time, once again, who had a little bit of runs there in the second half, and that was Andrew Berea. And Berea picks up a couple of yards on the play. And he gets to about the close to the 29-yard line, so really no gain on the play.
Yeah, not much going. And, again, credit to that line for Cabell Midland. The line play has just been excellent, and allowing a secondary to get in there as well. Just standing them up at the line of scrimmage, and then Midland converges to the football.
Walker out of the shotgun, two wideouts near side, the short side of the field. Takes a snap, steps up, no pressure, fires back near side, and he had two receivers on the near side, one of which was Jones. The other receiver was Jeffries. Jeffries was open. He hit Jones. Matter of fact, he hit the back of Grace on his jersey.
Julian Grace on coverage there for the Knights. And, again, one of the things that I've noticed, too, about Walker this evening is he's keying on one receiver and not looking anywhere else. He's not checking anywhere else at all. A little bit of one-dimensional play there. But, again, credit to the Knights for being so quick to shut down just about everything Riverside's wanted to do this evening.
3rd down and 10. Pass behind the line of scrimmage. Grab made back there, wrapped up and brought down. And over on the stop over there for Cabell Midland.
It's Grace, I think. Wasn't it?
No, not Grace.
Schmidt.
Yep, it was Chandler Schmidt.
Yeah, Schmidt.
Nope, check that. That was on the stop. That was Tevin Taylor.
Tevin Taylor.
Hit on the stop. Couldn't tell the jersey got bunched up there. But the pass on a swing pass out to the right that time was caught by Berea, and he picked up about 5 yards. Maybe that 4th down and 5, and Walker on the punt the football once again. Chandler Schmidt goes back deep. Walker now, no pressure, gets rid of the football, end over end, gets a Riverside roll. Schmidt picks it up at the 30, sidestep to his left, comes back to his right to the 35, jukes at the 40, spins around at the 45, dives his way up to about the 46.
You know, how scrappy is that run by Schmidt? He shucked off and actually sidestepped Brock Jeffries on the first line of defense for Riverside, and then danced his way out to the 42-yard line. Or the 46-yard line, rather. He's just a lot of fun to watch when he's working. Schmidt, nice job on the return for the Knights.
10-18 left to play in the third quarter. Cabell Midland 42, Riverside nothing. Alex Smith splits over to the far side. Wolf up underneath center. Single set back is Fetty. He'll send Moran in motion. Wolf handoff to Moran up the middle, 50. Trying to cut back and slips at the 46.
Yeah, the stop is made by Adam Wilkinson, but really that stop was made by the turf monster because he planted and tried to go to his left, and his feet just came out from underneath him. That one was going to go for a little ways, but he got tripped up there by the turf toe and gets to the 40, what we call it, the 46, 45.
Yeah, so pickup of 9 yards on the play. 2nd down and 1 coming up with Wolf up underneath center once again. Ball near hash mark. He stands Schmidt in motion. Wolf runs the option, pitches it over to Chandler Schmidt. Turns upfield, gets enough for the first down and then some. Spins around as he works his way down to about the 32. Refusing to go down. Finally brought down over on the far side.
J.R. Cochran and Braden Ward on the stop for the Riverside Warriors. And like you said, Schmidt was just refusing to go to the turf, and he actually probably got an extra yard or so out of his effort after getting hit by Ward.
Talk about Mason Moran a little while ago. The kid's just a great pure athlete, great lineage in the family. His sister at St. Joe High School was one of the top soccer players in the state, one of the top track athletes, and is playing soccer out at Gonzaga out on the West Coast.
There's a lot of good genes on this Cabell Midland football team as far as brothers and sisters, moms and dads. I mean, when you really think about it, a lot of alumni from local schools and then even people who have played up through the system here at Cabell Midland who had very successful careers here at Cabell Midland.
Just like Jackson Fetty's dad, and Fetty just picked up a couple of yards, 2nd down and about 4 coming up. Here's Wolf, runs the option, pitches over to Moran, turns upfield to the 35 to the 30, takes a hard hit, out of bounds on the near side. He goes out of bounds at the 26-yard line, and a first down for the Knights.
Adam Wilkinson on the stop for the Riverside Warriors, and you're talking about Jackson Fetty's dad, but also Jackson Fetty's uncle, who had a great career here at Cabell Midland as well by his own right at the running back position. Patrick Wagner was a dandy ball player.
Still a pretty good athlete today, right?
Yeah. I only aspire to be in as good a shape as Patrick's in.
And he never works out. I never understood.
I got to be honest. He's got 2 or 3 kids to keep him busy too, though.
All right, handoff is to Schmidt. Wide open, left side, 20, 15, 10. Penalty flag down, cuts to his left. He'll walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Cabell Midland, but a penalty flag down. Holding call against the Knights will bring it back at the 25.
It's disappointing. It's a 26-yarder for Schmidt. Had everything stayed the way it was. And he, again, you watch him, it's like he's dancing his way into the end zone. He's shucking defenders, spinning off of people, giving a stiff arm here. He's just a fun player to watch. You've got two different elements with a guy like Schmidt and a guy like Jackson Fetty. Jackson Fetty's that power runner that you see on the second effort, just keeps those legs churning and gets those hard yards. And not to say that Schmidt's yards aren't hard to get, but it's two different types of runners. You get Schmidt, who kind of, like I said, he's got some moves, and they're running Fetty just as hard as he'll go.
Ball middle of the field. Push the penalty back to the 35-yard line with the football. Handoff is to Fetty up to the left side. Nice spin move there at the 30. Breaks it out to the outside, working the block. Gets across the 25 to the 20, and forced out of bounds at about the 18-yard line.
Just as I talk about Chandler Schmidt dancing around down there, boy, Fetty put his shoes on that time, and he spun off a tackle and shucked a block and had a nice little run for the gain there for him. It's going to make it 2nd and about 4 or 5 for the Knights, but a nice run there for Jackson Fetty.
16 yards on the run that time for Fetty, and he earned all of that. 7:18 left to play. here in this third quarter. The Knights on top 42-0. Alex Smith splits out towards the near side. Here's Wolf, runs out towards the near side under pressure, and he's going to be wrapped up and still now finally forced down. 6 white jerseys in there on the stop, leading the way for the Warriors. It was Jacob Alderson there for Riverside. No gain on the play.
Alderson just covered him up there, and then coming in to finish things off for the Warriors was Max Hall. But credit the Alderson on the initial hit to wrap him up, and actually it's a good defensive play for the Warriors.
6:40 left to play, third quarter.
Third and about 4.
Smith will split over to the far side. Wingbacks either way. Fetty single setback. Wolf underneath center. Nemo Roberts. Handoff is to the man in motion. That is Moran. He'll try to turn upfield. Breaks the tackle. Gets enough of the first down and ends up 15 and thrown out of bounds at the 11-yard line. First down coming up for Cabell Midland. Needed about 4. Picked up about 9. First and 10 for the Knights.
Justin Rucker was able to get Moran out of bounds but not before Moran was able to pick up the first down. So they're going to look at first and 10 from the 11. Moran having a great night as well for Cabell Midland.
Yeah, I think he's gone over 100 yards here in this second half. He had 150 yards last week. Single setback is Fetty. Moran comes in motion, fakes the handoff to him. Wolf spins out, throws the football. Tipped. It's tipped. It was Alderson getting a hand on it. Pass was intended over there for Fetty out of the backfield, and if Fetty would have gotten that, he would have gone into the end zone.
Yeah, Alderson did a nice job staying with Fetty, but the receiver was open, but able to get a hand on it and stop that play dead in its tracks. It'll be second and 10, but if history is going to repeat itself here this evening, Midland will punch one in here pretty quickly.
They'll break the huddle. Lunsford, the tight end, towards the near side. Single setback is Fetty. Here's Wolf, handoff to Schmidt. Schmidt with a nice lead block, left side, steps to his left, walks into the end zone, touchdown.
Spun off a defender right at the goal line as well. And again, you talk about a guy who dances in from 11 yards out. Schmidt was able to do it, puts Midland up 48-0, extra point on the way.
Chandler Schmidt with another touchdown run on this one. We got a touchdown reception, now to run, and it's an 11-yard touchdown run for him. Olivia Charles on to attempt the extra point. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, is good. 6:01 left to play here in this third quarter. Cabell Midland 49. Riverside nothing. 30-second timeout right here. 97.9 The River.
Can they not invoke?
This year, impaired drivers are the cause of 32% of all fatal crashes in West Virginia. On average, there are 9,000 drivers arrested each year for driving under the influence of alcohol and other drugs. Law enforcement wants to ensure drivers are making the right decision before they get behind the wheel. So if you have a friend or loved one that is too impaired to drive, take their keys, call a cab, or find them a safe ride home. In West Virginia and surrounding states, officers want to remind you to drive sober or get pulled over.
Hi, my name is Connor Pritchard, and this is my story. In 6th grade, a teacher had asked me if I would be interested in doing the announcements. I ended up going to the office every day for about 2 weeks, taught me the ropes, showed me around. I know it's definitely helped with my improvisation skills, so if I need to get something on the fly or throw something into a conversation, I can integrate it a lot better. I really love doing the announcements here. It's one of my favorite things to do here at Milton Middle. It's always nice just to know that I can add a little bit of positivity. To share your story, visit cabellschools.com.
That was Dalton DeVault. Bring up first and 10.
Caden Bone and Zach Ramey in on the stop for Midland Special Teams.
All right, the Knights changing things up defensively. A lot of different players out there, a little different jerseys. Still mixed in with a little bit of the starters out there. Hagley will be the defensive end on the near side. This is where you break out the old roster.
Yeah,
all right.
That's it.
Also, Jack Koger is out there. Big man in the middle, Eli Norris out there as well.
Lots of different numbers out there. Axel DeCroy.
Yep. He'll be the outside linebacker over on the far side. 3 wideouts to the right. Penalty flag, I believe, a delay of game.
Yep, I think so. It's funny because you think when you put those younger kids out there that's where the mistakes are going to start happening because they get a little nervous. But they were able to take Riverside out of their rhythm. Oh, they're waving it off. Waving it off. Timeout, Riverside.
Okay. Breaking the action. We'll break one ourselves. 5:53 left to play here in this third quarter. We're back after this 30-second timeout here on 97.9 The River.
Doctors Cruz, Nybert.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Going out? Hungry? Have kids? Looking for a fun, casual joint? Then Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington is the place to be. Bring the kids 12 and under on Tuesdays, and they eat for just 99 cents all day long. That's right, an entree, 2 sides, and a drink for less than $1. Plus, Tuesday at Roosters means a featured appetizer all day for just $2. Roosters will lighten your mood and not your wallet. And you can always enjoy your favorite sports on Roosters 40 TVs. Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington. A fun, casual joint.
Let's go places. The all-new Thornhill Toyota on the Thornhill Motor Mile. Your total automotive experience just got better with one of the safest, most dependable lines of vehicles on the market, Toyota. Contact us today and let Thornhill show you what total automotive care is all about.
Receiver was down across the 50-yard line.
Now, here's what's going to be interesting because we've talked about this kid in Braden Ward for Riverside. He's 6'6".
Yeah.
He's got a lot of height, got speed. He is lined up as a wideout over on the far side. So if you're Walker, you're going to be eyeballing him pretty quick.
6'6", 220.
Yep.
Pretty fast.
He's going to be matched up against the veteran and Alex Smith. Smith only a junior, but he's seen a lot of play time from last year into this year too. Walker takes a snap. He looks to his right. He is looking towards that right side. The ball goes up, tipped up, and almost intercepted.
Nope, falls to the ground. Wow.
Almost got the interception, and it goes
Taylor.
incomplete. Yeah, Tevin Taylor was in there and thought he came up with something.
He just about did, and Walker was spying Dalton Duvall there. He actually looked out at Braden Ward first. DeVault was out there in the flat to the right side, and that's where he went. And then Tevin Taylor was just right there, just about took it away.
Walker goes off, helmet ripped off. He ripped his helmet off and threw over to the side. So a new quarterback is out there. Matter of fact, it's Caden Ray, 5'8", 135-pound freshman, being thrown to the Wolves here. He takes a snap. He'll run hands it right off up the middle. No gain on the play. Matter of fact, a loss on the play this time. And a bunch of those black jerseys in there on the stop. The ball carrier that time was DeVault.
So I did not see the helmet come off. Was it out of frustration, or was
I can't tell if it was frustration or he got hurt.
Gotcha.
Looking at the binoculars, I'm not seeing.
Yeah, I didn't see him close to a coordinator or anything. So I was wondering if he was frustrated and walked kind of to the back of the bench or what.
Well, it's the freshman now out here getting some playing time. Ray takes a snap, hand off onto the right side, and he's going to go nowhere. It's DeVault once again.
This Midland defense, the line allowing time for the rest of those black jerseys to get in there. Even though you've got a freshman quarterback, he's handing the ball off pretty quickly. But Midland has been so relentless on defense this evening.
Trace Atkins in on the stop. Also out there, Austin Shoemaker, the sophomore, in on the stop as well. Try to get you a lot of these players that don't see a ton of playing time. We're only the second game of the season, but after all. 4th down and 16 coming up. They're going to go for it here because their punter is still on the sideline. Ray, the quarterback, steps back, fires back over to his right, has a receiver making the grabs, tries the stutter step, and he's going to be stood up and brought down. The reception over there by Adam Wilkinson. And it will go down for no gain on the play. It'll bring up, turn the ball over on downs.
How baptism by fire is that for a freshman quarterback to have to come in against the Midland defense, knowing what Midland's been able to do all evening to their first string?
The thing about it, I can probably count, matter of fact, twice. I think that Riverside has actually gone forward beyond the line of scrimmage on a pass. All of them have been down on the flat or behind the line of scrimmage. All right, here we go. It is Ryan Wolf up underneath center. Knights still keeping a lot of their starters out there, but they're starting to rotate a few more in there. Man in motion coming towards the near side. It is Taylor. Taylor trying to turn upfield. Penalty flag is there. Gets up across the 30. Gets a nice run, but I think this one might come back on a hold.
Yeah, he was run out of bounds by Andrew Berea, but a holding call on Cabell Midland will march it back.
A couple of new players out on the field for the Knights. Will Hass is out there. There's a unicorn coming up the ladder.
Sean Rouse is also in the ball game for Midland this evening.
It was the beach theme tonight for the student section.
Yeah, there's lots of beach balls and pool noodles and floats.
And a unicorn floater that came up to the thing. All right, also out there, split out to the left is Carson Carter. Seeing his first action, splits to the left. Wolf up underneath center. Handoff, this is to Hass. Hass cuts right back left and gets some positive yards up to about the 42-yard line. 3:30 left to play here on a rolling clock in this third quarter. Well, the clock continues to roll. We'll have a rolling clock in the fourth quarter. We'll only stop on injuries and scores, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I think that's the rule, yep. Midland taking their time here, though, getting back to line of scrimmage. They're content to eat that clock up as well here in the third.
Wingbacks either way. Single set back is Hass. Handoff on the jet sweep to Roberts. Zeke Roberts turns upfield. Nice speed.
Run.
35 to the 30. Spin move across the 30. Dives his way up to about the 25, or down to the 25-yard line. He'll be a yard shy of the first down.
He was so close. What a great run.
And a penalty flag. He'll bring a holding call against the Knights.
That hurts.
Penalty flag at the 35-yard line, so they'll mark 10 off from there. We'll put the football back at the 45-yard line. Negates what was almost 15-yard run. Penalty flags coming from the near sideline. Both officials on the near sideline.
Now we've got an officials timeout to discuss something. Midland was ready to come out of the huddle.
Unsportsmanlike conduct called against the Knights.
Oh, wow. Maybe some jawing after the play.
This came from the sideline.
Oh, it did.
So maybe some jawing from the sideline.
Yeah.
But usually, it makes you wonder if it came from the coach, one of the coach, right. Because nobody's getting chewed out.
Right. About 36 yards to the first down marker, by the way.
Football all the way back to the 40-yard line to our left.
Yeah, ball's on the 40 of the Knights. The first down mark is to the 24 in Riverside territory.
Wolf up at the line of scrimmage. Hass single setback. Taylor comes in motion. Handoff is to him on the jet sweep. Turns upfield. Breaks the tackle to 40, 45, 50 near side. 45 to the 40. Works his way down inside Riverside territory and is forced out of bounds at the 34-yard line.
All kinds of jerseys around him, but he put a stiff arm out in Andrew Berea's face, and then the warrior that was able to drag him out of bounds or push him out of bounds was Dalton DeVault.
27-yard pickup on the run. Brings up third down and a manageable 9 compared to the second down and 36 that we just had.
Yeah. Seems manageable at 9 yards, doesn't it?
The ball is laying down at the 33-yard line. Wolf up underneath center. We'll send Roberts in motion. Wolf rolls out on the boot, looking to pass the football. He does, steps up, fires down towards the end zone, looking for Lunsford. Goes incomplete.
What a great look, though.
That looked great. Good pass. Good job defensively by Riverside. Come up and knock it away. It'll bring up fourth down and 9.
Yeah, I think that was DeVault again on the coverage for Riverside. But, again, a good look for Ryan Wolf looking for Lunsford down there. And he did a nice job waiting till he was in the end zone. Got a little bit of an opening, passed the football, but Riverside able to knock it away.
One of the nice things about it, and I love the fact of this, and you look at the roster every year, you find a couple of players that they're youngsters getting a lot of playing time. Michael Lunsford saw playing time last year as a freshman.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sophomore, 6'3", 245, and you know he's just still growing.
Yep.
Roberts in motion. Jet sweep is to him. He'll turn upfield, gets across the 30, gets it to the 25, and he is hit close to that first down marker. He'll stop the clock. I believe he did get it. On fourth down and 9, he might have picked up the 9 1/4 of an inch that he needed. That's enough for the first down, right? Let's see. Nope, they're going to measure it.
Yeah, they're going to measure it. I thought depending on where that spot was going to be, we'd have this timeout for a measurement. But it's really close. I think you're right. That last quarter of an inch might have given him what he needed to get the sticks to move. It looks like they're coming out.
Don't have far to come. It's over on the far sideline.
Yeah.
They had to step out about 3 yards to do it. They'll stretch the chains out. And
Looks
guess
like
what? That's enough for the first down.
Yeah, half a football.
Yes, exactly. A little extra inch of stretching out. Got it.
Sure did.
All right.
You know, you always wonder how the youngsters are going to react when you put the younger players in, and you know that there's going to be some mistakes made. But you look at where we were just a minute ago. It was, 2nd and 36.
You talk about lineage. I mean, JJ.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Brother JJ playing at Wake Forest.
Yep. And
a timeout's going to be taken by Riverside. We'll take a break ourselves. Minute 53 left to play in third quarter. The Knights on top, 49-0. 60-second break here on 97.9 The River.
Great sport equipment.
Marshall Orthopedics High School Game of the Week, presented by the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute, is brought to you in part by Jason W. Elkins at Elkins State Farm Agency. Jason can help you find coverage that works for you. Jason W. Elkins, State Farm Agent, 4346 5th Street Road, Huntington. The Governor's Highway Safety Program wants to remind you to drive sober or get pulled over. And Kindred Communications, radio, digital, events, print, kindredcom.net.
Each of us carries an anchor. It can hold us back. But when we toss it forward into the future, something amazing happens. Our unique dreams built off hard work take shape. At Mount West, struggle does not mean defeat, and tough times will not divide us. So what are you waiting for? Enroll today. Go far, close to home. Mount West Community and Technical College.
Football on 97.9 The River.
1st and 10 for Cabell Midland out of the Riverside timeout. The ball on the far hash mark for the Knights. Wolf takes a snap, hand off to the first man through up the middle, and that's going to be Haas. Haas with a great run across the 20, works his way down to about the 17-yard line. Give him a pickup of about 7 yards on the play, bring up 2nd down and 3. 97 seconds left to play here in this third quarter. Lawrence in on the stop for one of the freshmen for Riverside. They got a lot of freshmen on this team.
Yep, Haas the lone back. He's a fun player to watch as well. He's very scrappy.
Haas a single setback. Handoff is to him up the middle. Gets a great run. Gets across the 10. Lowers his shoulder and powers his way beyond the first down marker and gets down to the 7.
Yeah, he's going to have Midland up for 1st and goal, but boy, did it look like he was going to go straight in the end zone untouched. But another touchdown saving tackle for Riverside. A white jersey came out of the left flank, out of the left side to take Haas down.
Wide outside of the way. Hand off on the jet sweep coming near side with it is Taylor, and he's going to be wrapped up and brought down. I think that one kind of broke before the snap because he didn't come in motion as quick as he was supposed to.
Yeah, Justin Rucker able to see what was developing there early and did a nice job for Riverside to make the tackle, and it's back at the 10-yard line. 2nd
and goal from the 10. 35 seconds left to play. We'll have to do at least one more snap here in this quarter. We'll huddle it up with Wolf, the quarterback. Gets the team up to the line of scrimmage. Carson Carter, the younger brother of Cabell Midland great Cody Carter over on the left side. Quick pitch over to Roberts, turns upfield, gets across the 10, 5, and stretches out. Did he get in? The official took a big hit.
Oh,
the
he did.
Official is down.
Yeah, he did take a big hit.
Did he score?
He's all right. I don't have any idea. He stretched out to score, but there goes the trainers from the Midland side. The official took a big hit. Trainers from both sides. Hope he's okay. But he did get knocked down as the play was developing, and as Roberts stretched out, they all went for the tackle, and the official was standing there on the pylon, and he was the recipient of the tackle as well. He's going to get up, think everything's okay.
It is a touchdown. So that is Roberts going into the end zone from 10 yards out. Makes it 55-0.
So Olivia Charles will get another opportunity. Did you say it was Roberts on touchdown, right?
Yeah,
Zach
Roberts. Yeah. 10 yards on that one with 9 seconds left to play here in this third quarter. Olivia Charles, extra point coming up. The official over on the far side is up. He's shaking it loose. Looks like he's going to continue on.
Yeah, he got hit pretty hard.
Yeah.
I mean, that tackle was being made right where that pylon is, and he took a hard hit.
Luckily, he ended up on the turf. He didn't fall back over on the track. So,
yeah. Trainers from Riverside and Midland were over there checking on him, and the chain gang checking in with him too to make sure he's okay. I'm glad to see him up walking around and everything's okay. It's certainly not funny at all.
He's one of the bigger officials that we have out there.
I know I couldn't take a hit like that.
Trainers are still making sure he's all right.
My personal real estate becomes more valuable as I get older. Those guys are brave.
And a timeout taken by
officials. Timeout.
No, yeah, the coach. Now the starter is like signaling back towards the.
Is that the coach or is that chain gang?
No, that's the coach.
Is that the coach?
Yeah, he is signaling back that he doesn't think the official is okay. Or if they're questioning,
maybe he's questioning the call. I think he's
touchdown.
questioning the call. Yeah, I think he's questioning the call. Yeah, I'm not.
He tried to get the sideline official to stop the clock, and he wouldn't do it until finally Alex Dartery came out and signaled the official.
I mean, I'm not trying to take anything away from Riverside at all, but at this point, does that touchdown matter? I mean, give it back to Midland. They're going to put it in the end zone anyway.
New kicker this time. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and it is good.
That was Alex Buchanan.
All right.
Alex Buchanan.
He got the extra point. Good. So 56-0 is our score. We'll keep it right here as we get ready to wrap things up here in the third quarter. Olivia Charles will come on to kick things off. Pretty big when you get your first points.
Yeah, they're still talking to the official over there about, I guess, the touchdown call. But again, I'm not taking anything away from Riverside at all, but that touchdown makes it 56-0. I think it's probably a moot at this point. Midland's done pretty well. Anything they've wanted to do with Riverside here tonight, offensively, defensively, special teams wise, all the way around. You talk about three phases of the game. Midland has dominated all the way around tonight.
Charles puts it at the 40-yard line. She lines up parallel with the line once again. Kicks it back to her left, end over end, fielded at the 21. Ball receiver brings it up near side of the 25. Cuts back and forth, gets across to the 30, and that's about it.
Braxton Jones on the return for Riverside. 9 yards on the return. Will set up 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line. Olivia Charles has had a good game tonight, too. I mean, you talk about, some of the other – we've talked about some of the other guys who've had a good ball game, but Charles perfect on the extra point. She's done a great job on special teams on kickoffs this evening. And even the squib kicks and her deep balls have been on point. And the Midland coverage has gotten down there in a hurry to be that support staff she's needed. Nice job for her.
All right, 1st and 10 now for Riverside. And still out there, quarterback is Caden Ray, the freshman. Be one play here before we go into the fourth quarter. Takes a snap, hand off to the back, and he's hit immediately in the backfield. He is wrapped up and brought down. Big push that time from Austin Shoemaker. Coming in on the stop, the ball carrier that time, once again, was Andrew Berea, and he lost on the play. Matter of fact, lost almost 4 yards on the play. We go to the fourth quarter. It is Cabell Midland 56, Riverside nothing. 60-second timeout right here on 97.9 The River.
Injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Going out? Hungry? Have kids? Looking for a fun, casual joint? Then Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington is the place to be. Bring the kids 12 and under on Tuesdays, and they eat for just 99 cents all day long. That's right, an entree, 2 sides, and a drink for less than $1. Plus, Tuesday at Roosters means a featured appetizer all day for just $2. Roosters will lighten your mood and not your wallet. And you can always enjoy your favorite sports on Roosters 40 TVs. Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington, a fun, casual joint.
Thornhill is now your #1 destination for new and pre-owned Toyotas, plus our top-notch Toyota certified parts and service center. We're eager for this new opportunity to continue serving our local communities. Quality and support you can count on. The all-new Thornhill Toyota is here.
Midland football, 97.9 The River.
Fresh 12 minutes up on the clock. We go to the fourth quarter here at the Castle in Ona. It's been all Cabell Midland tonight. They started on the first play of the game and have not looked back since. They're on top by a score of 56-0. We'll have a running clock here in this fourth quarter, and we'll stop on change of possessions and also stop on injuries as well, or stop on the touch scores, but also we'll stop on injuries as well, too. So pistol formation this time for the quarterback. The freshman steps up and hands off up the middle. The ball carrier works his way up to about the 30-yard line. Harrison on the carry, so a lot of fresh white jerseys out there now for Riverside.
Yeah, this fourth quarter should go by pretty quickly, given that there's a running clock, and that's the rule. 35 points or more lead in the fourth. The clock runs the entirety of the quarter. 3rd down and 10 coming up.
Split backfield behind the quarterback and Caden Ray, the freshman. He'll take the snap, steps up, now under pressure, rolls out towards the near side. Right-handed thrower, finds a receiver, through his hands, incomplete. That was a great-looking pass. Just went right through the hands of the intended receiver on the near side, and David Spalding, I was about to make a joke, but it didn't happen. You know where I was going. Spalding had it go right through his hands, incomplete.
Trace Adkins put a big hit on that freshman quarterback, too.
Sorry, folks. It's been a long game.
Oh, man.
It's been a long week.
Yeah, it really has. It really has.
On comes the punting unit for Riverside. It'll be a new punter out here this time. And I believe no pressure as he gets rid of the football. Gets a nice little punt. Takes a bounce, gets a Riverside roll.
Yeah, it's going to.
And it rolls all the way down across the 45 to about the 42-yard line. On the punt that time, that was Andrew Tudor. Tudor, the freshman. A lot of freshmen get the playing times here.
Hey, we were watching scores just a few minutes ago, and at the half, Ironton and Fairland was up over Ironton 14-7 at the half. Ironton has come back and tied it up. But they are in the third quarter, 14-14, so a good performance by the Dragons of Fairland and Melvin Cunningham, their head coach. They got to be happy with what's going on over the night, but like you said, can they sustain that? Can they come back and put some more points on the board and knock off the Titans from down 52?
Jackson gave them a good run last week, and if it wasn't for not making a tackle on the final play of the game, they would have won the game at Ironton. All right, new quarterback on the field now for the Knights. Handoff to the back coming towards the near side. I believe that was Haas, the ball carrier. The quarterback now for the Knights is Caden Pauley. He is the freshman.
Number 6, Zach Ringham.
Actually on the carry, that is Zach Ramey, the sophomore. So the quarterback now is Caden Ramey, 6'1", 175, freshman. Haas a single setback. Ball middle of the field. Clock continuing to roll with 9:11 left to play here in this fourth quarter. So here's a snap, hand off to Haas. Lowers his shoulder, and he gets brought down as he gets just beyond the 50-yard line.
Gets into Riverside territory, and again, Haas is one of those guys who's just one of those guys who's a tough, scrappy running back. He's fun to watch as well. Caden Pauley in for Midland.
On the depth chart, if you look at it, he's basically the number 3 quarterback behind. And Wow, that was offsides by a country mile, wasn't it?
He followed the man in motion, 73 for Riverside. Not been in the ball game all out this evening. I don't even know that he's on the depth chart.
I'm on the roster now.
Not on the roster. Coming into the ball game late. Little nerves underneath him as well. And that, when Will Hass went into motion, he followed him and jumped off sides.
A couple other things going on while they finishing off this fourth quarter. Looked over to our right, to the far side, the soccer field, getting a nice cut. The old John Deere out there cutting the field. And the lights have come on over at the baseball and the softball field, softball field now. About half the lights for the baseball stadium. Hand off onto the right side. The ball carrier is Levi Wiseman. Wiseman, nice move in the back behind the line of scrimmage. Can't break the second one, though. He's going to be wrapped up and brought down for a 3-yard loss over there. Almost made it look spectacular as he spun his way out of the first hit.
He did. He spun off and shucked off that first defender, but by that time he was over towards the right sideline. White jerseys had converged. Looked like he's going to make something out of nothing, but gets tackled for a 2-yard loss.
2nd down and 12 coming up. Quarterback Caden Pauley comes over to the near side, gets a play call. We'll check into the lineup. Wide out towards the near side. That is Caden Bowen, sophomore. Man in motion coming towards the near side as Pauley gets wrapped up and brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
Zach Ramey was the man in motion for Midland, 170-pound sophomore.
The quick stop there. Rucker in on the stop. Nobody touched him coming in.
Nope.
Loss on the play, 3rd down and about 15 coming up. Pauley breaks the huddle, gets the team to the line of scrimmage. 12 seconds left on the play clock. Wingbacks either way. Send a man in motion. Bobbles a snap. It's on the turf, and they're scrumming for it. And I believe Riverside might have gotten it. Yes, they did. So on the quarterback center exchange, it came out a little bobbled.
A couple of scores of note that we checked in at the half. We didn't have an update on Spring Valley Parkersburg. They're now up 19-10 at the half. So Parkersburg giving Spring Valley a little bit of a game, and then GW has overtaken Paul Blazer out of Kentucky. They're up by a score of 28-14 at the half. Oh, and Ripley has come out of the gate against Buckhannon Upshur. They're up 28-7. Eddie Smolder's former team. So Ripley on top of Buckhannon Upshur.
5:28 on the rolling clock. Defense like to preserve a shutout after the turnover here. 1st and 10. They have it on their own 48-yard line. Ramey rolls out to the near side, hits the receiver in his hands, goes incomplete. So excuse me, for Ray, the quarterback, the intended receiver on the near side was Logan Lively, the freshman. Had to go right off his numbers. More substitutions for the Knights.
Yeah, there's a lot of players we've not called their name before.
Dawson Cooper in the lineup. Pretty good race car driver in his own right out of Deona Speedway. He lines up at the defensive end on the far side. Out of the pistol formation, Ray takes a snap. Steps up, has the back. He takes it up the middle. He's going to be wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. Falls forward. Matter of fact, the pile continuing to push forward. And he powers his way down to about the 45-yard line.
Good push by the Riverside Warriors to move the football. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 4 or 5.
Number 21, Bryce Green.
Tyler Vitito also out there as well. Tyler getting a little PT time for the Knights and on the stop. 4-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Pistol formation once again for Ray. Out of the shotgun. Has a back behind him and a back off to his left. Down bobbled. The football on the turf, and it bounces right up into the hands of the running back. And the Knights
Midland said they might have it.
Let's see.
No, they're going to say he was
got it back.
They're going to say he was down. And recovering the ball that did hit the turf for Riverside was Bishop Hairston.
Yep. And down there for the Knights battling for it in there was Zach Ramey. 4th down and about 7. 3:27 on the rolling clock.
Some of the folks from Midland start to file out.
Wideouts either way. Ray out of the shotgun, has a back offset to his left. 2 wideouts near side. Ray rolls to his right. Now under pressure, steps up, fires. Deep downfield looking for receiver. It's intercepted. Coming out with it for the Knights. It will be Bowen. Bowen brings it up on the near side, gets across the 35 to the 40, and he's finally wrapped up and brought down at about the 42-yard line for Caden Bowen, the sophomore.
Flags. Now there's jawing going on. Little extracurricular activities down there. Bowen does pick off the pass for the INT, but there's still some jawing going down over on the sideline. There's flags, probably an unsportsmanlike coming out. That pass actually looked like it had a chance, and Bowen came out of nowhere, got up in the air, and was able to take that one away from the Warriors.
He went to the ball. That was the thing. He went to the football. So the Knights will get the football back. The clock does stop with 2:32 left to play. We got a dead ball personal foul against the Knights. So 2 15-yarders marking off from the 43-yard line. So we'll get 30 yards in the mark off.
Yeah, I didn't see exactly what happened. That there was a pile up quickly down there, and the entire sideline was right there, kind of converged in that one area when the play happened. So I'm not real sure what happened, but that's going to back him up 30 yards after the decision's been made. It'll put him back at the 29-yard line.
Jared Nethercutt, tight end. He'll be lining up on the right side. Pauly up underneath center. Sent a man in motion towards the near side. Takes a snap. Handoff near side. Ball carrier gets across the 30, 35. Nice move right there by Haas. He's gone to the 50, to the 45, to the 41 man to beat. He gets upended at the 33-yard line. Touchdown saving tackle coming in for Braylon Hill for Riverside. And Haas gets it all the way down inside the 35-yard line to the 33.
Boy, what a great run by Haas. I thought he had Hill beat, but Hill just had the line on him and was able to, as you said, stop the touchdown there because Haas had turned on the Jets.
Clock continuing to roll. We're at 90 seconds left to play here in this fourth quarter.
This game's going to be over way before 9:30. That's unreal to me.
Coach Luke Salmon's letting the clock roll down with what he's going to do here. Now he gets the play call in. To Pauly, breaks the huddle, gets the team up to the line of scrimmage. 5 seconds left, 4 seconds left. I think he might take the penalty here just to kill some clock. And he does and takes a knee, but they're going to give him the
penalty anyway.
Penalty. So that's just respect right there from Coach Salmon. So
yep.
Clock continues to roll, by the way, folks.
Yeah, on penalties.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nope, they're going to wave off the flag.
Reset the ball where the knee was taken at the 33.
2nd down and 10 coming up, and get a little victory formation coming up here once again for Pauly. He'll take the snap. He'll take the knee. And that's going to be, well,
maybe one
more time.
They might just let it roll off. Yeah, they're going to call it.
Roll off. The Knights will come away with the 56-0 victory over the Riverside Warriors. The Knights improved to 2-0 on the season as Riverside falls to 0-2. We're going to wrap things up coming up here in just a bit. Right now we're going to take a 3-minute timeout, 3-minute break, and we'll wrap it up here tonight at the Castle of Nona right here on 97.9 The River.
Injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Been to Oscar's Breakfast, Burgers, and Brews lately? Notice anything new? How about breakfast served all day? Plus burgers served all day. In fact, everything on the menu is now available from open till close. And space, a heck of a lot more space, at their brand new location in the River Place Plaza in Barboursville. Oscar's Breakfast, Burgers, and Brews. Order online at oscarsbbb.com.
Let's go places. The all-new Thornhill Toyota on the Thornhill Motor Mile. Your total automotive experience just got better with one of the safest, most dependable lines of vehicles on the market, Toyota. Contact us today and let Thornhill show you what total automotive care is all about.
Did you know when you send or receive a text message, you take your eyes off the road for 5 seconds? At 55 miles an hour, that's like driving more than the length of a football field, blindfolded. As a result, thousands of people die every year in crashes related to distracted driving. That's why we're cracking down on people who text or use their smartphones while driving. We would rather you cross the goal line alive. Law enforcement officers write tickets to save lives. Don't text and drive.
Processing and Ona is your home for farm fresh meats and quality products. Stop.
See what I need. I really don't have time to go myself. I know. I'll order and have it delivered.
Fair, where convenience and quality meet, and now home delivery.
Planning for a funeral is never easy, and selecting the right mortuary can be important. Family owned and operated for over 6 decades, our family has helped other families going through the most difficult time. Chapman's Mortuary and Crematory can help you plan arrangements today or offer a pre-need funeral plan in line with your intimate wishes. And now, we provide Huntington's only on-site crematory. Call us for a free consultation. Chapman's Mortuary and Crematory, serving the tri-state for over 60 years.
The Marshall University Athletics is pleased to offer walk-in clinics 6 days a week. Full-service appointments are
.979theriver.com.
Well, welcome back, everybody. Here at the post-game report. Tonight's picking up the victory 56-0 over the Riverside Warriors. And was a first half that was 42-0. Back out in the second half, Chandler Schmidt with an 11-yard touchdown run, making it 49-0. Zeke Roberts coming in and cleanup duty tonight just before the end of the third quarter, 10-yard touchdown run, making it 56-0. And when we look at the final stats here tonight, Chris, it was the quarterback Ryan Wolf, 6 of 8 passing, 225 yards, 3 touchdowns, 5 of 50 running for Wolf and a touchdown. Mason Moran, 9 carries, 102 yards rushing, and 1 touchdown. Jackson Fetty, 8 carries, 74 yards, a touchdown on the ground, 1 reception, 31 yards, and a touchdown in the air. Chandler Schmidt, 6 carries, 32 yards, and a touchdown on the ground. Schmidt had 3 receptions, 61 yards, and a touchdown. And then, of course, Haas, Taylor, Roberts picking up that 10-yard touchdown run as well to get on the scoreboard. So, great balanced night here for the Knights.
Yeah,
no pun intended.
Yeah, you got to think that a very unselfish effort here tonight on the part of everyone. You look at the stat sheet, and everybody's involved. You go back to I'll go back to this again, even when we're talking about this next week. But the line play was excellent for Midland on both sides, and a 3-phase win for Midland was evident here this evening, and I would be remiss if I did not mention Ryan Wolf's performance tonight. Calling the signals for Midland. You can look at up and down the stat sheet and look at how many yards these guys accrued, but Ryan was very poised this evening. I thought he was pretty comfortable out there, and just a good overall effort. And it shows with a 56-0 win over Riverside. I think we all figured the outcome was going to be somewhat like one-sided, like it is this evening. Mm-hmm. But all the way around, you come out of week 1 and you knock off Spring Valley. You come out here and you just pick up right where you left off. And Jackson Fetty had a good game. Chandler Schmidt had a good game. Ryan Wolf had a great game. Both lines had a great game defensively. They could do no wrong, and they put so much pressure on Riverside that Riverside really didn't have a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, not really at all. And even later in the game, and they picked up a couple first downs, got a turnover, but just couldn't move anything beyond that. And they kind of shot themselves in their own foot a couple of times for Riverside. So they continue to grow a little bit. They fall 0-2 on the season. Knights up to 2-0. Next week, it's the Battle for the Shield at Bob Sang Stadium in Huntington. Our pregame will be at 7 o'clock. Kickoff set for 7:30. Chris and Kent Bryson will have the call for you on 97.9 The River. Also, you'll be able to watch it as part of our Kindred Digital High School Game of the Week, brought to you by Marshall Orthopedics and Marshall Sports Medicine as well. So, big win for the Knights tonight. They go to 2-0 on the season, 56-0 over the Riverside Warriors. Big thanks to Lowell Austin back in the studio for taking care of us tonight as always. For my partner, Chris Tatum, I'm Jason Toy saying a big win tonight for Cabell Midland. Go to 2-0 on the season, but a big battle next week for the Shield against Huntington right here on 97.9 The River. Good night, everybody.